welcome to Cosmically Enchanted. I am your hostess, Somali, and I thank you for being here with me at Cosmically Enchanted. Yes, this episode will be dedicated to the super full moon in Aquarius, guys. We're gonna have some fun and talk about the full moon in Aquarius. This full moon is very special to me. My mother transitioned 2021 on the full moon in Aquarius last year, August 21st. But this year it's on August 11th. You know, the dates change. Nothing remains the same, but the cycles. Yes, so we are in the season of my mother's overview. This is her step over to the other side, you know? Well, against this ride. And that is something that's very inevitable. We all have to meet that day, you know? We know everything besides how much time we have left on this earth. And since my mom has passed, it has turned me into the woman that I'm becoming. And she's guiding me every step of the way. My mother was my right hand, left foot, back, everything. And just knowing that my mother has transitioned to the other side, it's like there's nothing else to fear. Like, what else can I be scared of? What else? So me even coming on YouTube right now, I'm facing my fears by making content and standing here and really grounding myself to say, yes, welcome to Cosmically Enchanted. I am here. So as I create and be creative and join this community, this cosmic community, full moon in Aquarius is all about community. It's all about networking. It's about the world. It's about your home, your homes, your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. It's the future. It's innovative, and it's the genius, right? Aquarius is about creating now for the future. So everything we are creating now and we're in the midst of right now, we are creating the future that we're walking into. So I want to big ups, calling Judah. We love you and we're going to celebrate you. And I know you're excited. Guys, I want to tell you a story. So while I was preparing and getting into and in tune to this full moon energy, I had a vision of my mother, hair wrapped in a white turban. She had white on and she was by the ocean dancing and smiling. And I felt like she was happy for me. She was excited because she knew what I was preparing to do. She knew what I was setting up to do, and she was happy. She said, yes, Somali, I know. Come on now, because my mother is somebody who, you know, is on top of me. Like, baby girl, you got it. Let's go. Let's do this. And I always was safe with her. Like, I didn't, you know, my mother was I still slept in the same bed with my mother, right? So she was my protector. So I felt like as long as she was around, she was my shield. And life has changed that for me. And her being on the other side, come on now. My mommy being on the other side, baby. Only thing is she's not here physically with me. She hasn't changed anything since she's been gone, okay? She's still making sure I'm okay. Seriously. I'm not saying that just to say that. Like, my mother is like making sure that all my I's and my T's, my I's are being dotted and my T's are being crossed. And the magic is real, okay? Like, the spirit, the guidance, the ancestors, okay? So this full moon for us, we're going to get into it. And I kind of just want to talk about the energy. It's letting us know the ancestors have paved the way for us. They have put the bricks on top of bricks to guide us into the future. Like, we're walking into our future self. This world is like going through a destruction. We're coming out of the dark and going into the light, right? The world seems very dark. Even right now, we're in August and it feels like we're in the winter. Like, we're in wintertime. It feels cold, right? Aquarius is the fixed winter energy. It's the time of winter when it really gets cold, right? That's where that cold and detachment comes from when you talk about Aquarius. It's the time of the season that we are preparing to start over new. 11th house, 12th house is the end, 12 months in a year. 12th house is the last month of before you transition over to the newborn, Aries, springtime. So when we talk about Aquarius signs and all these things, we're talking about nature. We're talking about the time in the season and how we as humans adapt and how we act and how we move and live and how our body flows and everything prolongs. Excuse me if I even said that the right way, but we go along with what nature is doing. When nature is stripping itself and replenishing itself, we as humans are going through the same thing. So when we talk about signs, that's the surface, the basic of what we're talking about in astrology. We're talking about nature. Can I pause real quick, guys? I just want to make sure that I'm still recording. Oh my God. Okay. I'm still recording. I'm new to this. I had to set up my light, put my camera in the right position, and I didn't want to be talking and I'm not recording because that's what happened with the other two videos. So I kept going to the camera and it's blank. So I had to do that. I know that was kind of unprofessional, but we getting this together. Cosmically Enchanted, we here for whatever. I'm so excited. And that's how my mom was in my vision. She was happy, she was dancing. So this full moon, I feel like us as a community, humanity right now, we're going through a time of feeling kind of withdrawn away from the world. You know, you may feel like you want to relax and sleep and meditate and kind of be still. That's the energy for this full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is all about socializing, networking, group activities. But I feel like this full moon is going to have, excuse me, I need some water. It's going to be centering the energy around spirituality. Like, I see people traveling to water. Water is very therapeutic right now. Water and music. Float. Float is the song that came to me for this full moon energy. Float, and it's by Six Black. He's from Atlanta. That song explains the whole full moon energy right now in Aquarius. Right now, it's time to just flow, let go, surrender, and receive the world as one. That's what we're going towards. Like all of us, everybody just needs to kind of flow. Like if you feel like you are overwhelmed right now, just go relax, do a nice salt water bath. Aquarius is the water barrier, is overflowing with knowledge and experience. So now it's time for all of us to walk into our future. Example, I'm standing in front of this camera, giving myself to the world, networking in my community, astrology, to all my cosmic lovers, you know, connecting with people who are like-minded and who are interested in the same kind of things that I'm interested in. That's what the world is going towards right now. We're letting go of what used to be and we're connecting with new. This is a brand new energy. This is a death, okay, of old ways, letting go of bad habits. Drugs and alcohol can be a theme right now for this full moon in Aquarius. Taking trips with groups and going to near water for a spiritual cleanse or a spiritual bath or just a spiritual connection right now is what's going on. Like everybody is getting in tune with their spiritual self. That water, that receptive feminine energy is heightened in society right now. Remember, Aquarius is the world. It's about our hopes, dreams, and our wishes. So right now, dreams are like coming true. Like dreams, even your subconscious mind and your dreams is very potent right now, and your dreams have messages for you, right? Aquarius is about dreams, 11th house. We have 12 months in a year, 12 houses, and each house represents a time of the month and the season and the year that nature is expressing itself and how we are adapting and expressing ourselves through nature as humans. Aquarius is the world, right? It's groups, it's friends. So right now, a lot of people can be letting go of friends, making new friends, connecting more with people that's more interested in what they're interested in. We're letting go of old friendships, finding out, or basically not being in denial about certain things anymore. So right now, this is a wake-up call for humanity, right? It is. Everybody's like waking up. It's an excitement, but it's like you feel the new. You're walking into the unknown. You're excited about what's to come, but you can't really see what's ahead of you. You're confused. It's foggy, right? You just want to kind of get away from it all and escape. But it's like, where am I going? You know where you're going, but you don't because you can't really see, right? It's like it's blurry. So this is a good time to just receive and don't confuse yourself in trying to figure it out because you're not. Aquarius is about shocks and surprises and it's unexpected energy. You can't see what's coming. You could feel it, but you really don't know which side it's coming from because you're going to be surprised. Like when you thought it was all over and it was done, you're tired, you want to walk away, you want to let go, you want to cut cords. Yes, this is coming from a place of experience, past hurt, and it's like a lot of people are holding in things and it's like, is explosive energy. Aquarius is lightning. Uranus deal with lightning, shocking surprises. It's electricity. We get our electricity from lightning and thunder, the storms, the sun, that fire. Just think about it. We get our electricity from lightning. Like we need lightning, we need sun, we need water. We are replicas. Everything we use is a replica to what nature is doing. We have showers, that's rain. We have light, that's the sun. We have electricity. We have air and heat. We have water. So everything is a copycat of nature. Even the material items that we have is from earth. It's earth, the wood, is the trees. Everything we take from nature to create, to clothe us, cotton, everything is nature. We are nature. When we take a bath and wash the dead skin and dirt off of us, the same dirt that's on the ground is on us. It's made up of everything we are, So I know I went left, but I'm kind of just trying to make sense of what we're talking about here. So it's the full moon, receptive energy. And the moon is just being receptive to the light on the opposite side of the earth. That's what the full moon represents. When the sun is on one side, the moon is on the other. And it's creating opposition, but it needs each other. So full moon energy brings everything to the surface, and it's also a very tense energy because it's like the battle between light and darkness within ourselves. We have light, the physical aspect of who we are, and we have darkness within us, the water that runs within our body, the blood, the circulation, and our body fills up and pours back out. That's why we urinate, we sweat, and those things. So this full moon is good to flow, circulation in your body, your heart, Leo. The heart pumps the blood through the body and those things. So right now, if you're feeling, very tired and feel like your energy may feel low. So it's a good time to get physical, like to pump that blood through your body, that circulation. That's good for therapy, stretching, Center yourself. Leo is the center, the sun, the center of attention and everything that's going on. This is a moment in time when everyone may feel withdrawn. It may be hard to even communicate right now because of the Saturn conjunct the moon, right? That's your emotions, how you feel. Saturn is very restrictive, limited. It's about boundaries. It's very stern, right? So your emotions can be very serious. Energy can be very serious right now, very unexpected. So arguments, being aggressive, or just shocking people with your emotions, kind of like, dang, where that came from, This is all the Aquarius full moon. Everything is coming up to the surface. Secrets, secret relationships, all right? Hidden enemies, secret friends. Like, it is getting real, you know? You may find out a friend is in a hospital, or a friend is in jail or in prison. You may hear from somebody from prison, a friend. Yeah, everything is surrounded around friends and group activities. You may go overseas with a group of friends to do some spiritual practice, or to do something as far as charity, like give back to hospitals and prisons and doing things for humanity. Right now, people are feeling very compassionate towards others, but be careful about being taken granted of, because this is one of those times when people could play the victim, right? People may be coming to you with these victim stories right now, and that's just a form of being in denial and self-sabotaging yourself, kind of. And we are kind of realizing where we have self-sabotaged ourselves, kind of, and just accepting and taking accountability. So we're kind of removing ourselves from that victimized mentality, because it's like, you know what you did, you know what you got to do. So we can't feel bad for ourselves, and don't try to, don't fall into that, basically that hole of feeling bad for others, because that could be going on right now. And it's like, oh, that person, you taking people in. That's the energy right now, the world right now. Like, understand the separation of what's going on in the world, because we all going through it. We all in this together. But it's all about just understanding the clockwork, or understanding the science of what's going on in the world today, what season we are in. We are in eclipse season. This is hurricane season. That's what the eclipse season represents. North node, south node energy. So right now we are in the portal, of course, because it's August, the hottest month of the year, of the season. This is very fixed energy, so it's stubborn, like it's hot. Aquarius is the time of winter when it's cold, okay? Because it's winter. Right now it's summer, and the full moon and the the sun are in opposition with each other. So it's very hot and it's very cold. So it's extremes right now. Leo's about expressing yourself, fun, children, your inner child. It's about being happy. It's about goals and growth. It's about growing, all right? And Aquarius is about the world. So we're letting go of the past and old pain. And I feel like this past and old pain and hurt that the world is going through is like we've passed that. We passed the pain. We went through the lessons. We went through the experience. Now we know what we have to do to walk into the future. But it's like you still want to go back to that past to see what, you still want to feel that pain. It's like you want to go back there, but you can't because of circumstances. Like, it's some real serious detachment going on. You can't even go back there if you want to. It's a new world order right now. And if you do go back there, it's just it's just, you don't want to go back there. You don't. You have healed, right? If you haven't healed, that means that you may not be in a place of understanding yourself, taking accountability, knowing that whatever you're going through in life, you put yourself in. It's the difference when you don't know when you're growing, but it's a time when we come in life where we know better and we just got to do better. So that's what the world is going through right now. It's like, okay, we know what we got to do. We have to stand as a community. We don't have to be attached, but we have to have some type of circulation going on to make things happen. We have the power within us. And I feel like that's what the world is waking up to. Like, it's the power is within us as the people. It's a system. Excuse me, I thought I heard something. I had to look over there. So it's a system, right? So we're letting go of control, but we are basically being in control of ourselves. And once we conquer that, then we can go with the flow. you know, of what's going on. I'm trying to make sense out of it, okay? I'm having fun here. So this full moon is all about flowing. It's all about kind of just being still, centering yourself, and watch everything come to you. Like dreams are coming true, like you wouldn't even believe it. Like, oh my God, like seriously. You've been feeling like Cinderella, and you at 12 o'clock, you're gonna find your, you know, that shoe gonna fit and it's all gonna make sense. You know, once you believe in the magic, you know, it's all about you. It's all about having faith. It's all about believing to see the manifestation. Once you put that work in, you know, we got to get our hands dirty. We are experiencing feminine energy. Masculine and feminine energy is within us all. It's just all about understanding that balance. One is to receive. One you have to put in the work to receive. One can't work without the other. So once we balance that out within ourselves, we understand the powers that be. That all makes sense to me. So Mars is conjunct this full moon. Excuse me. Saturn is conjunct this full moon. Mars is in Taurus. Yeah, Taurus is about second house, finances, that you work hard for, that you build with, your material possessions, those kind of things, you know. Taurus is the bull. When it get hot, woo, you know. And Mars is about energy and passion and aggression. So imagine Mars in Taurus. It's a lot of explosive energy, head button horns going on. All right, Mars is fast. Mars is your engine. Vroom, vroom, all right? So it's very impulsive. So Taurus is about your money, your material possessions. So not having money right now could make you feel less valuable, right? So your finances, you could feel less valuable because if you low on money, if you got money, you could feel like you're on top of the world. That's what Mars and Taurus does for us. So right now, it can have you feeling like you know, like money go, like this is not a good time to just spend money fast on just things that really doesn't matter, because Mars and Taurus will make you spend off your money without thinking. Yeah. But yes, so the moon is conjunct Saturn in this full moon. Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn is very stern. Saturn is all about hard work, and it's all about rewards. It rewards you after you have put the work in. So Saturn is very restricted, it's limited, it's about limitations and boundaries. And Saturn being in Aquarius, that's dealing with the world, networking and those type of things. Your moon is about your emotions. So Saturn being conjunct the moon can have us feeling kind of, you know, a little distant, the energy may feel cold, you know, withdrawn within yourself. You know, you want to go in the dark, you want to sleep, you want to rest, you want to dream, you want to escape and get away from the world. It's like you're preparing yourself to walk into this new world, this new world order that we're about to experience, you know? This is death and transformation. North Node, South Node energies. South Node is in Scorpio, karma. North Node is in Taurus, life, values, you know? Self-worth, those things. This is the opposition between the second and eighth house. North Node, South Node energy is about the eclipse cycles that we experience every 18 months. The eclipse cycles deals with hurricane seasons, earthquakes, those type of things. We are in an eclipse cycle right now in August. August is always a month we hear about floodings, we hear about hurricanes. This is eclipse cycles. So when we talk about things in astrology, we are talking about what's going on in nature. So this full moon in Aquarius is all about our spiritual self, spiritual values. It's all about what's hidden, secrets, okay? Secret relationships, secret, darkness, baby. It's a lot that's gonna be revealed, and it's a lot that we're gonna be letting go of and moving into a new way of being. Old friends, things that you used to deal with, it's like you don't even want to deal with that anymore. You want new things. You want to connect with new people who get you. You understand? You're tired of being misunderstood and dealing with people that just don't understand your lingo. So you want to be a part of a community, a new community that's fulfilling. And whatever Aquarius, whatever house Aquarius is for you, individually and collectively, what Aquarius represents for you is what your hopes, your dreams, and where you're walking into the future. So understanding your natal chart and your solar return yearly can help you understand the transits, help you understand the guidance, the GPS. Life is all about choices. You make the choices you want to make. But regardless if you know the information or not, you're going with the guidance. Every year we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. So every year we know when December comes in the Northern Hemisphere that we will be experiencing winter. Hold on one second. Yay, I'm still recording. Every year we know in the Northern Hemisphere that we will be experiencing winter. We have yearly cycles, and the meteorologists let us know the weather forecast, what's happening. So we can take cover, excuse me, I had to wipe my mouth. So we could be prepared if a storm is coming, right? If it's gonna rain, how we dress so we can go outside. If it's cold, how many degrees it's gonna be. That's what the meteorologists study, the same planets, the same solar system, to help us navigate and adapt as humans so we can be aware. That's all astrology is. It's just being aware of the same guidance that the meteorologists use to give us the weather forecast, right? Because if it's cold outside, we're gonna dress up. We're gonna put on big coats so we can stay warm. If it's raining, we want to know so we can have an umbrella, you know? So it's all about us being prepared. Just like a GPS, give us direction. It's up to you to see which route you want to take. Just to be aware, to have direction. That's all astrology is. Astrology is about having direction, understanding the energies, because we are collectively all going through it. And when things make sense, it helps you from driving your own self crazy. Why do I feel like this? You know, certain days you may feel stuck. You may feel like you can't. The energies are going. Nature is happening, right? And individually in your life and whatever, depending on your environment, how you was raised, what you're going through, all plays a part into your forecast. So each individual that's on this earth at this moment in time has a chart, has a transit, you know, has a GPS basically. And when you understand your chart, you can understand where Aquarius plays a part for you in your life and where it speaks volumes and what direction it could give you right now in this moment in time. That's all astrology is about, excuse me, earth, air, water, and fire. And everything else that we talk about, all the deities, everything, we're talking about earth, air, water, and fire. We're talking about nature. So astrology, to any other formula that people talk about and they put names behind it to describe the energies, like the deities and all that, the power of water, the power of earth, the power of fire, the power of air. We just create characters to tell a story because we are human. We are in the physical form, right? We are spiritual as well. So we are going to create content in a physical form. We're going to put a man behind it, a woman behind what this represents so it can easily make sense to you. So even biblically, the Bible is astrology expressed through mankind, right? The Bible is talking about the stars and everything and what was going on. Our ancestors lived their life off of understanding nature, the sounds of the water, where the stars were placed, and that's how they found their way around, and that's how they navigated the ocean and everything. That's how a clock was created. 12 o'clock, 12, you know, 12 months, 12 disciples, 12 tribes. You understand? Everything is 12. It's a formula. It's astrology expressed through physical beings. We are connected to everything. Everything is one. No matter how they put stories behind what is what and which is what, we are all explaining the same story, the same science. Period. Okay? It's one love, my people. One. But we all are from different sides of the earth, and we all express this one energy through our circumstances, where we are, our climate, all those type of things. We are nature, right? So I'm here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I am experiencing what we call it Western astrology, because where I am on the side of the earth. And I'm here. So I'm going through the vibration and the formula of what's going on in this moment in time. And on the other side of the earth, they experience nature, the same formula in their moment in time. And it's always the opposite, because when there's no light on where I am on this side of the earth, there's light on the other side of the earth. So while this side of the earth is resting, the other side of the earth is rising. So when we talk about different kinds of astrology, we're just talking about the different time zones that we're experiencing, you know? So that's all it is, but it's one science. So this full moon in Aquarius is all about the world, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, humanity. You know, Aquarius is all about the rebel. Uranus is the planet of, you know, just electrifying, you know, everything. Zap in, zap out. Tap in, tap out. It's the future. So if you're feeling like you're depressed and you're lost and confused and you're foggy, you're actually clearing the way. Everything is clearing the way for new beginnings right now. This is a new start. This is a new chance. This is the change. You know, Aquarius is revolutionary. It's all about change. This is the time when everybody go marching and they putting their signs in the air like, this is what we want. That's all Aquarius energy. It's all about humanity, right? So we're dealing with the world. So right now, don't let nobody take you for idiots, because this is the energy where people can work on you, and knowing that the energy is very compassionate and you want to help the world and do things for others and whatever. Just, you know, go with the flow, observe, get in tune with yourself, take a nice salt bath, go to the water, connect with your ancestors. They're proud of you. They're helping you. They're guiding you. Your ancestors is just the cycles of who we are. Excuse me. Before there was you, it was your mother and your father. It was their mother and their father. It was their mother and their father. It was their mother and it was the bloodline, baby. You come from a lineage of ancestors that will never stop. Okay? You come from somewhere. And just think about everything that they have created for you to be where you are right now in this moment in time. Good or bad. It's all about change and what you want to do and where you want to take your lineage and how you want to continue that. Even if, you know, your lineage didn't create much for you to carry on, you can create to carry on. So while we're here on this earth, we got to think about a world that's going to benefit from us when we physically are gone. Our kids, our grandkids, great grandkids are going to benefit from what we're doing now. The powers, your bloodline that's running through your veins. Just think about that. So when we here just feeling like, oh, life is nothing, we don't have no purpose. Yes, you do. You are creating the future for many to come. And just think about many that came before us, here today in this society, living in this evolution. Just think about where they came from. They didn't even have camera phones and stuff like that, you know, but these are the creation of the minds and the greats before us. So yes, full moon in Aquarius, bless up. This is Cosmically Enchanted. I want to go through all the signs. I'm going to do a video for each 12 signs about this full moon collectively. If you want to get in contact with me when it comes to your personal birth chart or personal energy exchange, you can contact me at Cosmically Enchanted. Cosmically Enchanted everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, right here. I will continue to give myself to the world, be a part of the community, network, you know, engage. And that's what the future is about. We're learning, we're giving information, you know, skills. This is a new way of what we're coming out of the world that used to be, and we're walking into what's new. We are evolving. That's what life is about. Life never stays the same. The seasons change. Yeah, the cycle stays the same, but the seasons change, and we grow, and we reincarnate, and we replenish, and we just restart, redo. Life is all about what's new, right? So we're letting go of everything that's old and learning from it. The experience is learning from our elders, right? Grandparents. This energy is about your grandparents, your elders. Connect with your elders, people who have experienced, you know, this life before you, that's maybe still alive. If you have that pleasure to have greatness in your life, this is a time to connect with the elders and who can give us enlightenment into the world where they come from, and it can help us, give us ideas and create to bring into the future. Like I'm telling you, we got work to do, honey. I have work to do. And I'm here and I'm ready and I'm excited. I'm doing this for my mommy, of course, for myself, but she's giving me the strength. She was such a brave woman, and I respect that about her. And I feel like she has installed her powers inside of me for me to be what I'm supposed to be for the world, for me to walk into my purpose. And I'm like ready more than ever. And I love you, mommy. Thank you, full moon in Aquarius. I'm just making sure I touched on everything. Yes, this is a time to kind of just get in tune with your higher self, your higher heights, because this is time to let go of all the bull crap. And it's time for us to just get into it, step into it, and do what we got to do. It's the future waiting on us. Our ancestors at the finish line waiting for us. And they know we going to make it do what it do, baby. This is the new, like, this is new life, new beginnings. I know you can feel it. It's exciting, but we're walking into the unknown, and that's okay, because think about it. I was talking to my cousin, and we was just like, yo, every day we wake up and step out into this world, we really don't know. We plan our day, we plan our life, but we really don't know. You know, so that's what everything is. That's what this energy is about. Just go with the flow. Just do what you have to do, because really you don't know where life is going to take you sometimes, right? As long as you're doing what you got to do, you may feel like you have more work to do than what life has planned out for you. Because it always happens to me. I always feel like I got to do this, I got to do that. And once I start, everything just falls into place, like out of the way. And it's just like, wow. And it's just like I told you, follow my lead. I got you, but you just have to do what you have to do. You know, no more playing the victim, no more self-sabotaging ourselves and being in this illusion, and, you know, be careful with the alcohol as well, you know, and drugs and all that. It's time to break those bad habits, our health. You know, it's time to get our blood circulating, eating, you know, not the good things that we're putting in our body. It's time to feed up, juice up our bodies and get going, because that's where it all starts, the mind, body, and soul. So we have to feed our bodies up. We have to feed our blood. We have to get that oxygen to our brain. That's what's going on right now. We gotta, you know, our vitals, excuse me. You know how they say you check your vital signs and all those things? You know, like my mother would say, she stood right here and record her shows, calling Judah Health Garden. ITEL is vital. Everything, we have to put that right nutrients in our body for us to function right, for us to feel better, for our blood to breathe and get us going. We have to put life in us to feel what life has for us. Skirt! Hey, we did that. Cosmically Enchanted. You can catch me at cosmicallyenchanted.com. I'm just trying to make sure that I touched on all the good topics for this full moon in Aquarius. Expect surprises, especially with, you know, people transitioning. This is about letting go. I see groups of people in hospitals dealing with, you know, someone who may be sick, like an elderly, like a grandparent, grand aunt, or somebody you may, or a friend of the family, and those things you may find out that's in the hospital, or I think I spoke on it, prisons or in jail. Be careful with the law and authorities, and things like that are going to come into the forecast, as well as a lot of transitioning. you know, violence and those things. Like, we are in the dark days. We're coming out of these dark days. North Node, South Node energy, Taurus and Scorpio. We're coming out of the dark and we're coming into the light. So this is even with humanity, like we're waking up out of the slumber and we ready to embrace the light into our life and see all the beauty that's around us. We couldn't see because we were creating, you know. Now it's time to bring everything up from dusk to dawn. That's the energy right now. So, yeah, I just want to make sure I don't miss anything for this full moon, you know. Just flow. Listen to that song Float by Six Black. I'm telling you, music can help you with your creativity, dancing, having fun, you know what I mean? Dates, romances, love affairs. We may hear about secret love affairs and stuff like that. Secret relationships could be coming in the forecast. A lot of things that's hidden is coming to light right now, baby, especially in the world, dealing with the world and friends and groups and communities that you're involved with. Full moon in Aquarius. I love you guys. This is Cosmically Enchanted, and I thank you for joining me. See you next time.